Happy Sunday, besties. Let's do a Sunday supper. Sunday supper here in the South, and maybe everywhere, I don't know. I just know how it is here in the South. And Sunday supper is special. It's when you make your food with a lot of love, and you just enjoy feeding your family and being with your family and just spending time together while enjoying some good food. So we're going to do another Sunday supper today. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just look around and like piece things together. But one thing I do know is I got to get some eggs. I don't have any fresh eggs up here. So we're going to go to the chickens and collect some eggs. I haven't collected them in a couple days. So let's go do that. Got a ton of eggs. While I was outside, I fed my chickens and I filled up all 3 of their watering tank things. And it's a little hot out there. Woo! Anyways, the first thing we're going to do is dessert. Because we don't want the dessert to be last because everybody's going to be waiting on dessert after they eat dinner. So we make dessert first so it's ready to go. Today's dessert we're going to be doing, I'm not juggling, I just have to, I don't know how to juggle. We're going to do some simple apple crisp. And we're going to put some vanilla ice cream on top. I have a bunch of green apples that I still have left over from when we went to Amish country. I have lots of apples, so we're going to use them up and make some apple crisp. I have this little doodad. I got it at Royal King. I use it a lot when I'm making apple butter and stuff and I have a lot of apples to peel. So I'm going to break this baby out. It's really awesome. Every time I use this thing, like for the first time of the year, Dusty has to readjust it for me, so that's probably going to happen. There we go. I barely remember how to use it, and I've had this thing forever. Okay. See if it works. Heck yes. First time Dusty's not had to adjust it. Cores, peels, and slices. Hello, this is like the most amazing thing ever. I got mine at Royal King, but I have this in my Amazon storefront, and I'll link it down below if you're interested in it because it's so awesome. And these little pieces that still have skin on it, I just eat them. You know. I'm just going to plop them down in the casserole dish that I'm going to bake them in. Like this. Tell me this ain't the easiest way to peel cord and cut an apple. Shoot. And you can use these to make apple scrap jelly. I can't tell you how many apples I used because they were all sorts of sizes. They were homegrown on a farm, and they were just some this big, some this big. So just fill a casserole dish up with apples, and I'm taking the juice of half a lemon. I'm going to toss it before we mix everything else so these don't turn super brown. Just right into the casserole dish we're using, I'm going to add like a teaspoon of cinnamon. If I can get it out. That's probably more than a teaspoon, but oopsie. But like the same amount of nutmeg. If you don't have either of these, I think you could probably use like that apple pie spice or allspice. Is that what it's called? You guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. 2 heaping spoonfuls of brown sugar. 1 heaping spoonful of white sugar. And a heaping spoonful of all-purpose flour. We're just going to mix this up real good. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute while we make the topping. Okay, for the topping, I'm going to start with 1 cup of all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm going to add around a cup of quick oats. Eyeballing a cup of brown sugar. A little sprinkle of cinnamon. A pinch of salt. And last, a stick of melted butter. I'm gonna mix it up. Mix it up until like all of the flour is not showing. Then we'll sprinkle it on top. Make sure your oven is preheated to 375. And we're going to cook it for about 30 to 40 minutes. But after 20 minutes, check to make sure your crumble isn't burned. If it looks like it's getting a little too brown, put some tinfoil over top of it. Let's put it in the oven. Here's that beauty apple crisp. Cooked for 45 minutes, and I didn't have to put tinfoil over the top, and it looks like this. I think that's pretty good the way it looks. We're going to serve this with vanilla ice cream on top. Okay, for our first side that we're going to make today, we're going to do deviled eggs. I'm only going to make 6 eggs, 12 total deviled halves. And I'm going to boil the eggs. But I'm also going to make some potato salad. And I'm going to boil 3 eggs for that. So 9 eggs total. I'm going to put it on the stove and start to boil. For the potato salad, I'm going to start peeling some russet potatoes. These babies are on their last leg. They are growing eyes and getting all gross, but they're still good. This one's huge. So I'm going to try to salvage these and make some potato salad out of them. They wanna fall in love. They wanna fall in love. I'm going to put them straight into the kettle and then wash them. I'm doing chunks about like that. Let's go wash these babies. Taters are boiling. Eggs are boiling. The taters are done. I'm letting these cool off in some cool water, which I'm probably going to have to change because you don't want hot taters for tater salad. Okay, besties, I'm about to show you how I make my tater salad. Tater salad is one of those things that everybody says their way is the only way to make it. And that's not true. You can make it 1,000 different ways and it can be good. And I'm going to show, I'm really iffy about showing how I make my tater salad because I'm afraid people are going to yell at me. That's not the way you make tater salad. This is just how I make it, and it's how we like it. You could do whatever you want with your tater salad. I'm just showing you how I do mine. I have my taters cooled off right here in a bowl. I have a red onion. I'm not putting this whole onion in it. It's like Dusty likes tons of onions in his tater salad. But I try to meet them in the middle. I might do a little bit more on this. I'm just going to see what it looks like compared to the taters. What's that in there? Oh, yeah, I need more than that. I used half of that onion. Toss the onion in there. I peeled 3 of those boiled eggs. This ain't too pretty. It's okay, though, because we're going to chop it up. Dusty also likes tons of eggs. I hope 3's enough. There we go. And with like 2 teaspoons of salt for now. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, by the way. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of pepper. I like to use sweet relish. I'm going to do about 2 heaping spoonfuls of that stuff. I actually might even add more because I like it. I'm going to go in with about 3 tablespoons of mustard. A cup of mayo. And y'all, this may be weird. I don't know. I like to put ranch in it. It makes it creamy without the mayo taste. So I'm going to do about 1/4 cup of that. That's all I'll put in my tater salad. I want to mix this up And then it should be done. And I'm going to taste it just to make sure, because it could need a little something. You never know. Let's go in for the old taste test. I think this is good. I'm not going to add anything to it. Ryder and Kai don't like tater salad, but this tater salad can be left over for a lot more meals this week. So alongside of this, the tater salad, I'm going to roast in some taters. You look like you love me. You look like you want me. I'm just cutting them into little wedgies. I'm going to wash these right fast, and then we're going to season them. For the roasted taters, I'm going to go in with some olive oil, garlic powder. Can you have a roasted tater without garlic powder? I don't think so. Well, maybe you can, but adobo, my favorite. Onion butter, another favorite. I swear, I just love seasonings, apparently, because everything's my favorite. Some good old ground paprika. And of course, because it's a tater, we're going to go in with some salt. See if I can be fancy and get them mixed together like this. Oh my gosh, look at that. Cool, I didn't have to dirty my hands. I'm using this little pan here, not the big one. This one's kind of hot because it was sitting on the stove, so I didn't want to sit on the table. I'm just going to, ooh, yeah. Toss them here, throw them in the oven, and I'm just going to keep a check on them until they're done. I also put some corn that I got from the garden last year. I had it in the deep freezer. I put it on, and we're just going to have some nice boiled corn on the cob. I'm already going to make my deviled eggs now. That's it, they're done. I'm just kidding. One time I did go to a potluck and somebody had their deviled eggs like this, and they just had mustard and paprika on top of them, and I was like, what is this? Y'all, Dusty likes his eggs basic. Super basic. I like to add a little something to mine. So this time, I'm going to make Dusty's version and make him some eggs, and then I'm going to make my version out of what I already have. Crush up my egg yolks. A little key of mustard. Put about a half a cup of mayo in there. A little pinch of salt. A little bit of pepper. This is Dusty's. Make him a few. And also, I'm going to leave Ryder some blank ones because he doesn't like the filling. He just likes the whites. So, for mine, I like to add a little bit of relish. And honey. Honey. If you don't have honey, use brown sugar. I'm going to use a spoon. If you like sweet deviled eggs, try this. They're really good. My sister makes the best. They're runny, but they're delicious. Alrighty, y'all. For the main, I want to be doing two different things because there's 2 packs of meat that I need to use. First, I'm going to do some steaks because I have some steaks thawed out. They're kind of big, so I'm going to cut them in half, and I'm going to have 4 small steaks. Then I have this chicken I'm going to use, and I'm going to make some brown sugar garlic with bacon chicken. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna make the coating for the chicken. We're gonna go in with like 3 heaping spoonfuls of brown sugar, spoonful minced garlic. That is it. I'm gonna set this aside and get the meat ready. Trim it. I hate that ick. I'm gonna butterfly it. Okay. Turn those 2 breasts into 4. We're gonna bake this chicken. So I'm gonna lay it on the pan. I'm gonna use my hands to put the brown sugar and garlic on top. I'm going to take some bacon and wrap it around the chicken. Use as much or as little bacon as you want. I'm going to bake this in the oven on 375 and I would say for about 25 minutes. So I'm just going to slice it in half. He says 1 steak's for 1 person. Not here. This way? Sure. 2 steaks. I'm gonna pat them dry. We got that butter in there. Sear these steaks. All good steak needs is some salt and pepper. I'm gonna call these done already. For another side, I'm doing French style green beans with a little bit of salt, pepper, and some butter. Colin requested these last minute. These are his favorite green beans, and if he's gonna eat a vegetable, I'm making it. Roasted potatoes are done. They look fantabulous, and these smell so good. Corn is done. Just put a little bit of pepper and some butter on it. Y'all, Sunday supper's done. Let's take a look at what we got. This is our mains. We got that brown sugar garlic bacon chicken. I put a little parsley on it for pretty. We have some of those steaks. Buttered and peppered corn. Roasted potatoes, because Colin and Ryder don't like potato salad. French style green beans. We have our deviled eggs, and mine are a bit runny, but they're going to be good. And our potato salad, baby. Not to mention our apple crisp that is waiting for some ice cream to go on top. So here we go, another Sunday supper. And we're going to have leftovers and it's going to be delicious. Let's go, baby. Here's Dusty's plate. He wanted 1 of those steaks, half a piece of the chicken, his deviled eggs, we got green beans, corn, both potato salad and roasted potatoes. Sunday supper's looking pretty darn good. Brayden, how do we like Sunday supper?
It's really good.
Ryder.
It's really good.
Kai.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay. Oh no. He's out. Daddy dinner, how we feel?
Good.
This is an up close of my plate. I didn't get any steak. I didn't want any steak. I just wanted chicken. And Ryder said these potatoes were like the best potatoes ever, so I wanted to give them a go. And here's our dessert, apple crisp with ice cream on top. She's looking pretty. Here's the first to try the dessert. Let me know how it is.
It's really good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Alrighty, Buttercup, how we feel about dessert?
Mmm. That is delicious. Holy crap, that's good.
Okay, besties, thank y'all for coming to Sunday Supper again. I enjoyed having you guys here, and I will see you next video. Remember, as always, be positive and kind and happy. Please let others be happy, and only surround yourself with people and things that bring yourself happiness. Life is too short not to be happy. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.